Good morning. I'm Nicole Oman.
And I am Ryan Oman.
And together we are the Empowering Omens
with the Golden Collective.
And today is Saturday, Insightful Saturday, where we work with our third eye chakra to gain clarity and vision for today. I think it's for who we truly are.
Yes, these cards are awesome for this particular chakra. Remember that the third eye chakra is also known as Ajna, or infinite power, which is just cool, if you ask me.
Well, it's kind of a connectedness to the one mind, or all of consciousness itself. It's kind of the internet of the brain.
It's like the Wi-Fi. I would call the crown chakra the internet. This is the Wi-Fi that connects you to the internet.
Yes, and so this is the connection of all the intelligence and all the wisdom that is. And so today's cards, we have...
That's my drum roll.
Wow.
Silence! Silence, village idiot. Check it out. There's a cool moon in the middle of the third eye, man. It's like totally lit up.
So we're opening that up, but the silence in reverse, we might be having a hard time getting silent. And why is that? Because we have a lot of emotions.
Yes, you must go with the flow.
So, when we're meditating, a lot of Eastern meditation techniques talk about quieting the mind and stopping the thoughts. And how about when we're emotionally activated? Try to stop the ocean when there is a storm, right? And so when I was doing my beginning of my meditation practice many, many years ago, I stumbled across a teacher named Michael Mamas. And what he talks about, instead of silencing the mind, is allowing for what is coming up to come up without attachment.
You mean like go with the flow?
Like, go with the flow.
It's a
Disney.
It's a kid's show. You probably, if you don't have kids and you haven't been to Disney's Animal Kingdom, then you don't know. But it's called Nemo the Musical. And if you don't know it, go look it up because it's dope.
Yes. And we are trying to go with the flow, with the emotions, and also finding that stillness within the emotion that is coming up. And so if we allow those things to come up, a stream of consciousness will happen. And if we're just suppressing or trying to rise above all the thoughts, you're not actually processing. What you're doing is you're kind of avoiding your thoughts or avoiding the discomfort of that emotion coming up. But the emotions are not evil. Actually, emotion is energy, it's flow, it's movement. And if we trust that emotional thought coming through and allow it to unravel or spiral through, what happens is we're not being caught in it and it won't turn into rage or depression. It can help you gain better clarity and understanding for who you are, what you believe in, what might be stuck, what you might still feel resentful for, and what needs a little attention and forgiveness.
And another way I like to think about this is that you are sitting on the banks of a river. And the river itself is like the emotions or the flow that are consciousness, if you will. And the boats that appear on this river are your thoughts. And as a boat floats by on the river, it's really hard not to look at the boat because it's something that's on the river. It's really interesting, right? And it can be very crowded in your mind. There can be a lot of thoughts or a lot of boats on the river. But what's nice is if you just allow those boats to float by, you don't make them mean anything other than the fact that they are a boat. Oh, look, there's a boat. And then it's gone, another boat comes by, and eventually you run out of boats. When that happens, then you're just present with the river itself. And that is when you truly start to connect to your inner voice. And that's what we're looking for today. So as we get into this third eye chakra meditation, that's what we're going to ask you to do. And remember, this is the 6th week of our 7-week chakra series. And so this is really what this week has all been leading up to, is this third eye chakra moment, because we've been dealing with totality this week, which is also wholeness and that leap of faith. We're asking you to step out of those thoughts and have faith that that consciousness that's sitting below those thoughts, or that river that's flowing below the boats, is where you truly need to be in order to receive that inner voice.
And as you do that, when you connect to that inner voice, that's when you get your true guidance. And that's when you realize a lot of us always feel very alone. But if you connect to that inner voice, you're starting to realize you're never alone. And I remember when I first did an enlightenment workshop in intensive, for the next week after that, I heard that voice so strongly, so clearly, because I had cleared out all of those thoughts and the things that were keeping me from there. And I remember how freeing it was to realize that there is a divine intelligence that really does live inside of me. And I know for a fact that it lives inside of you too. But it's all about clearing through so you can actually find it.
Yeah, and this stuff doesn't happen overnight. It's not an
No.
immediate thing. I went back in January, I went to a meditation, Zen meditation retreat where it was silence the entire time. Nobody was talking. They weren't allowed to talk. And it was 5 days of silence and sitting. We did a walking meditation, then a sitting meditation, then a walking meditation, then a sitting meditation, then a walking meditation, then a sitting meditation, then we ate. Then a walking meditation, then a sitting meditation, then a walking meditation.
Okay.
And the point is that the silence unlocked a part of me that I had been either hiding from or ignoring or avoiding. And I really did have an enlightenment experience while I was at this intensive. And it was the catalyst that led me to being here and doing these videos with Nikki now. So that process can be really, really tough. So you got to really be patient with yourself, and you got to be able to sit in silence and allow those boats to flow down the river. And
trust the flow too.
Yes,
and
yes.
Trust the emotions coming through, because those emotions are coming up to be cleansed.
Yes.
And those emotions
It's
are
not just thoughts.
Yes.
Feelings as well.
The
And sometimes
feelings
the feelings are much harder to
more
deal with than
intense.
thoughts.
They are.
Because you can write a thought off as a boat, but
When-
an emotion can kind of take you over. It's almost like you're sitting on the riverbank and the water rises up to where you're sitting and starts pulling you into the river with it.
Then just relax, surrender, and go with the flow
Yeah,
of
just
that.
like this dude here. He's
Yeah.
caught in the flow, and he's just putting his arms back and he's chilling. It's
He
all
learned how
good.
to float.
That's right. So we want you guys to float today. So for those of you on Instagram who are watching us on Instagram TV, go ahead and check us out on YouTube if you want to follow through the meditation. But thank you for joining us so far. And I'm not going to do any chanting today. I think I'm just going to allow the bowl to do its
The
work.
stillness.
And
Let's
we're
do
going to,
it.
you know what? No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm getting rid of the bowl.
What?
Yep,
Really?
no bowl today. We're just going to sit in silence. We're going to take 7 deep, long breaths. And now I take long breaths, and
Way long breaths.
Licky's breaths are shorter. So I'm going
I
to take
can't
7
keep
of
that.
my breaths. It might be 10 of yours. It might be 5 of yours. I don't know, and I don't care. Just sit and breathe, all right? We're just going to sit and breathe. We're going to listen. There's some sounds of nature flowing in from our window, so you might get some of that. But otherwise, let's try to be in silence. That's really nice. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did.
I did. Actually, it dropped right into my heart. Funk. I was trying to stay in the third eye, but I went in the heart. That's kind of where I stay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you guys so much for joining us and being in your stillness. I hope this week is bringing you a little bit more clarity on yourself. rather than anything else. We want to get into alignment with ourselves and honor our true nature, because you are here with an expression uniquely your own, and it's needed. We got to clear out all that you're not to really sink in to the truth of the self.
So if you guys need any more support and you want to dig a little bit deeper, feel free to join the Golden Collective. It is free for your first week.
And remember to subscribe to our YouTube and our Instagram, so you can be with some like-minded, like-spirited, and like-hearted beings that are trying to do this work too. And we really appreciate those that keep coming back day after day. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, all you guys that are commenting. We really appreciate your feedback. You guys are very important to us. So thank you so much. And we will see you again tomorrow for Spirit Sunday. Have a great day. Namaste.